Not yet, not yet, not yet. Wait till it's recording. Yeah, slate it. And then throw it down there. All right, you ready to go? Hi, it's Ryan from Nights Around the Table, and very special today in this unboxing video, I have my daughter, Cassandra, who's 13 years old at the moment. Say hello, Cassandra.
Hi.
We're gonna unbox you get a twofer, you get two hosts, and you get two games in this unboxing. Really, they're expansions. They're expansions to this game called Village. So I think I've played this game once, maybe twice, the base game, and people say, oh man, just go all in, just throw the expansions in. When I bought the base game, this is the first time I've ever done that. This is when I had a full-time job and was being paid good money. I bought the base game and the expansions at the same time, because I have a disease. But now what I'm left with is the two unopened boxes. So let's get at it. Do you know which one we're gonna unbox first?
The one with the seagull?
There's the seagull she's talking about on the back here. We'll put down here. The nice people can see the lovely seagull. I too would like to open the box with the seagull, but from what I gather, this one says expansion, you need the village to play, and it's compatible with the Village Inn. So then if we look at the Village Inn, so this is Village Port, this is Village Inn. If we look at the little call out on the Village Inn box, it says requires a copy of Village to play, includes components for a 5th player. Spoiler alert, but I think that means that the Village Inn is the first one and Port is the second one. So I think we're gonna do, with your leave, okay, we'll do Village Inn first. Does that sound good? All right, okay, here we go. Would you like to, now no, see this is a problem. I have one good craft knife, it stays in a box up there, and sometimes it goes missing. We could blame it on the raccoons, but who takes my craft knife? Cassie takes my craft knife. And what does Cassie do with my craft knife? Oh, I don't even know. What do you do with my craft knife? Crafts for Cheds?
Yes.
Yes. Cassie does sewing. She's a very crafty person. With that in mind, I am actually going to, by free will, I'm going to hand Cassie the craft knife, and you're going to unbox Village Inn. Now this is important. This takes training, which you've received none of. I know, your head shaking. Don't scratch the box. Oh my gosh. Deep breaths with a surgeon's skill. I know, like, it looks easy. It's actually quite difficult. There she goes.
No.
Now try not to let this part take hours.
Wait, okay.
Okay, you know, I think that's sufficient. I think now we can rip and tear, pull the shrink off. Very good, good job. There we go, rip and tear. Off comes the shrink, and down comes the box. Very lovely. Look, we've got nice people hanging out at an inn. We got the barmaid with the dirty dishes. Nothing sells a board game, I say, like a plate full of dirty dishes. So let's open her up. Cassandra, in your opinion, what do you think that registered on the box fartometer?
0.
I agree. It's a 0. 0 on the box fartometer. What do we got inside? We have a list of components. Why do we even need to watch an unboxing? We don't really is the answer. It lists 11 family members, so it's got, as it promised, it's got new components for a 5th player. So this is only a 4-player game. Now it's 5. Farmyards and markers, You know, we're not gonna look. Here's the extent of the rules. So it's just explaining what a bunch of the cards do on back, what each of the cards do, which is quite nice because when games skimp on that and you have like a rules conflict, it can be a pain. Little bit of rules explaining what's going on, but let's just dive in and see what we get. We get a very rudimentary cardboard saw.
Oh, cool.
Oh, isn't that fun? We get, oh, look at this. So you haven't played this game. This is like the book of life kind of thing. So basically, the game is all about tracking your family members' progress through their lives, down through the generations. And they do a bunch of things. They go off, they have adventures, some of them get jobs, some of them become statesmen and stateswomen in the council chambers. And so the meeples who do extraordinary things and who are talked of in the town for years and years, they go in this special book of life or what, they go in like they go in the register register. So that's where you want to end up as a good meeple. The other
The little family crests.
yeah, those are, oh gee whiz, now I'm gonna have to remember what those are. I think there are different parts of the board that are colored, and depending on how your meeples achieve things in those different colored areas of the board, that's how they end up in the Book of Renown. If your meeples suck, they go to the graveyard and they die, and they get just like buried in the potter's field, like in a mass grave with no marked stones or anything. So we have the base game. Yeah, I know, such is life. We have the base game. This game, by the way, is not to be confused with another game called My Village, which I was surprised to find out is by like the same publisher and takes place in the same universe and is named by a translator who is very lazy. So this one's Village, that one's My Village. So the other reason I'm bringing this board out, first to show Cassie, because she's never played the game. Yeah, we'll make some room here. And because, so there's the little Book of Life in the original base game, but check out what they've done. They've made it so that when you punch it, check this out. It fits, I'm gonna get this in the shot here. Look at that. It goes like, wajam, and the little cutout, the saw blade thing cuts out around the little scoring pages around the Book of Life scoring thing around the edge. Isn't that cool?
Wait, what's the difference?
Oh yeah, good thought.
The fifth player.
Smart. So they give you another board for the fifth player to track points on there. Cool, cool. Okay, good. Let's see what else we've got. We have another. Oh, that's weird. I wonder why you would need this. This looks like it puzzle pieces down below that and covers up those points. Why would you want that? Why would the score end there? Why would I don't know. Wait. Any ideas?
Because it goes from like 35, 40.
Straight up to 50? We don't know. We're stumped. I have no idea. No idea. But this is how the unboxings go. We won't know until we play. What else we have? We have, these are like little cards that show you how to, the whole thing is that they're little cubes. And we just played a worker placement game yesterday. Do you remember which one? It was only yesterday. We played Viticulture and Tuscany, the expansion. And so that was a worker placement game where you put your pawns on different spots, right? This is a worker placement game too, but what it does is there's this little card that shows you how to distribute cubes to the different areas where you can place your workers. And when you pick an area, you can either take a cube or take a cube and put a worker down there. So the min you can do at one of these locations, you can just take a cube. You don't even have to place a worker. So these cards show you how to distribute the different cubes to different areas. And then these are new little sales tokens, so you can sell some of the things you earn. So there's a new commodity here. Looks like beer.
I love the little flower bags.
They're cute too, yeah. Those are from the base game, so you get a few extra of those. And you get beer. I was confused as to why the keg is standing up and somehow the pint of ale is on its side and nothing is spilling. But I guess it's supposed to go this way. The keg goes on its side, and gravity still works. Thank goodness for that. If you were worried in the expansion that gravity does not work, guess what? It does. All right. What else we got? New things to punch. Here's another, okay, look. So this is the piece we're missing. I love puzzle piecey cardboard things for some reason. All right, so do you want to put that piece in there? I think we want to go over here, and then put that one in. So you can put that all together so that it covers up that entire corner. Do you want that so scoring stops at 35? I don't know. We're gonna have to play to figure out that mystery. Everything makes sense until then. So we'll put this away, and you get a couple more bucks. You get, so I like this. I like what they did was they made cardboardy things that go on top of your existing board. That's a pretty neat idea. So I mentioned the pauper's grave down here. Let's move it all over. Whoopsies, what have I dropped? My craft knife, darn right. All right, so a little graveyard down here. So this is where you end up when you are not a famous politician in this game. You end up in here, and look, they've added a grave for the next player. Cute. And then there is some sort of, oh yes. So this is a timing track. The game is all about timing. So each player gets one of these boards. And as you do things, you move a marker around here and time elapses and your meeples get old and they die. So they either die famous or they die schlubs. Wonder which one I'm going to be. Yeah. And then here, where does this one go? Figure it out there. Oh, I spotted it. Is it down here? Wait a second. They built a pub on the corpses of our ancestors. I don't... What's in that beer exactly? I don't know. Like Soylent Green Pub. It is confusing and mysterious. Yet they give you a graveyard with an extra, so you do use the graveyard. Wow, we're gonna have to play this and figure it out. And then way up here, where does this one go? This no, this is gonna go on an edge. It's not gonna go down here and replace the book, is it? Can't replace the book. What? What?
That makes more sense.
Does it though?
Yes, because look, it's the wall and then...
No, it fits, but does it actually knock out the Book of Renown component from the game?
Well, the book, it had something that it could... No, it doesn't, because then they wouldn't add something for 5 players.
I am confused. I wonder if they made it so that they expanded the book in the graveyard so that you can play with the 5th player without the inn. And then if you want to play with the 5th player with the inn, the inn goes on top of the graveyard and this big tavern building goes down here on top of the Book of Renown. Does that make sense? Okay, that
Maybe.
maybe. I think that's what's happening. Let's look at some wood. We can open the bag of wood whilst I open the cards. Oh, and there's more stickers. So
I won't rip it open.
yeah, I did that once in a video as she watched on in horror. So these are standard components from the base game. You've got your discs for tracking time. You've got your little people for worker placement. The 5th color, gray. Would you have picked gray for the 5th color for this game?
Maybe not.
Which color would you like to see?
Purple?
Yeah, purple would have been a good choice, but they went with gray. Man, if we made board games. But look, you get little stickers, so you stick them on. That determines which generation your meeples come from. That's pretty cool. So you got grandmas and grandpas and things in there. So that's what comes with the inn expansion. So I think we've solved the mystery and figured out the components in there. We don't know how to play, of course, but all right, let's get this out of here. And
The second one.
the second one. Oh, you know what? We forgot one thing. The cards. The cards, señorita.
Is that a Pope?
Looks like a pope. No, it's an abbot.
Oh.
Says right on top, abbot. And I don't know what that symbol means at all. Oh, this is the council chambers where the politicians or the statespeople move up in ranks. And this looks like he is sending them back to the beginning. A scrap dealer. This is cool. This is nice because, you know, it's expensive to get original artwork on every single card. And all of these personalities are original. And there's an old man, a manciple, which I guess is a thing in medieval something something. I don't know. I've never heard of a manciple, have you? A herb woman, an artiste, like a Shakespeare kind of guy holding the skull, right? That's a Hamlet reference. A barker. Like a carnival barker, I think.
What?
Oh, but he's in an inn. So barker is somebody at a carnival who says, yeah, roll up and spend your money on this game or come back and see this sideshow, but I don't know what it is in an inn. Maybe he's like, come on in and have a beer. There's a nun, there's a priest. So yeah, that's nice. It's not my super favorite style. I don't know if it looks super great. This is one of the reasons that I didn't actually play the game that much because I wasn't completely enamored with the style.
I think it's really cute.
You like it. Okay, so Cassie likes it, so she'll no doubt play this game with me, right, Cass?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. So I got a commitment. Look, it's on camera, so now you can't. Okay.
I predicted
so
that.
Village Port. Let me get your knife. Where did the knife go?
Wait, you said your knife.
Oh, I meant one's knife. I meant the communal. Oh gosh. All right, do it.
Do you want to turn?
Yeah, you know what? We'll do it in reverse. I will knife this one open. And you can tear the shrink. Swink. Look at that. Look what a practiced, skilled head at knifing open board games will do. All right, there, you get to tear the shrink.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, this is fun.
There's no greater joy. Except like witnessing when you were born, I guess I have to say that. But this is like a second. This is a close second to witnessing the birth of your children. That was cool too. Don't get me wrong. Okay, here we go. We're gonna flip it over.
0.
Yeah, box fartometer 0 on that.
Disappointed.
No, it was. What a letdown, right? What do we pay money for board games for? The farts, I say. So to explain what's happening with Village Port, first of all, here's the instruction book that you get. It's a little bit beefier, actually. Look at that. It's got like actual staple pages. It goes 8 pages long, so there's much more going on, it looks like, with the port than with the in. But in the base game, let's get some of this in stuff out of the way. Let's get some of the in out. In the base game, as like an improv joke, I didn't even write that. I just came up with that before.
Oh wow.
Spur of, I know, right? You're amazed. In the base game, one of the things you can do with your meeples is send them, it's kind of like sending the youngest son or daughter off gallivanting and venturing to the different neighboring towns and stuff. And they can go, and they go pick up points and stuff, and they need wagons to travel around. It's not super duper interesting, and I think the port tries to make this journey part super pooper duper interesting. So we have some ships that can be piloted. Those are cool. I don't know what these are. What do you think? Stowaway baskets? What are those?
Drums at first.
You thought drums? They look like they've got stuff in them though. I think they're like forbidden pies. Like don't eat those. More of these distribution cards that we saw before with a new icon and anchor. Be interesting to see what that is. Looks like each player gets a ship because they're all in the different player colors. Purple, conspicuously missing, as we mentioned. Yeah, so everybody gets a boat, more distribution cards, and there is a whole other foldy board that goes, isn't that cool?
Oh.
I know, there's just something cool about that. Now, I'm not super jazzed that it's not seeming to lie flat, but I mean, that's something we can work out. Maybe throw some sticky tack on there to keep everything from sliding. But yeah, looks cool. There's more going on. There's like, are these life preservers? Oh no, look, see what those are? What are those shaped like?
Donuts?
No. They are shaped like, here, I'll give you a hint.
Hula hoops?
Hula hoops?
Life preservers?
I thought life preservers at first too, but look, they're in the middle of the water and they're, what does that tell you? Lost at sea, I think, anyway.
Yeah.
That looks like sea burial. There's...
Oh, is it like a bunch of flat? Oh my goodness.
There's peril on the high seas. We're guessing. We don't know. Probably, though. Probably people die. And then look, you get these cute little boats, which probably represent the position of these. Maybe you store goods on these boats, something like that. But each player gets a little boat. I like it when they do expansions that are compatible with each other. I really don't like games where you have to pick one expansion or the other and they branch and they don't combine. We've got some cards. So let's look. A couple of extra cubes. So that's a standard. And then I open the last pack of cards. You get to open this pack of cards. Do you see? Here's like a little hint. There's this little fold here. You get your fingernail under that and you rip it all around. All right, open some cards. Teaching kids the important skills they have to learn in life. Opening board game cards. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, look, it's more peoples, like the first deck of cards. And they are, there's an admiral, cartographer. What does a cartographer do?
They map things.
Yeah, they map things. Very good. There's a quartermaster who's sort of like takes care of the inventory on a ship or in a storehouse. And the helmsman helps pilot a boat. And then all these cards, these kind of look like quest cards. Do you remember Lords of Waterdeep?
Yes.
Don't these look like, oh, you get 5 points if you got these 4 things, you know, with this card. You get 5 points if you do this and you got this and you got that. So these look like, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say for sure those are missions to complete as you're touring around the world. And then look, different boat movement cards. Oh, that's interesting. And they'd all look like they're connected to one of the personalities we saw on those cards. So, how do you play this game? I don't know either, but we're gonna figure it out, and as usual, we'll figure it out, we'll play it, we'll do a how to play to teach you how to play so you don't have to bother with reading things. As far as this unboxing goes though, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope Cassie did a good job. Maybe let me know down in the comments whether you'd like to see Cassie appear in more videos, but they won't be unboxings, they'll be reviews, because that's what the people want. We got to give them what they want. Thanks everyone. Did you just watch that whole thing? Oh, hey, to 100% this video, click the badge to subscribe, and then click the bell to get notifications when I've got new stuff.